Yo, what is good, everybody, and welcome back to Assetto Corsa Competizione Path to Platinum, episode 4 of my sim racing journey to, well, as the title says, Platinum driver rating. Anyways, this episode is going to be more focused on Monza. This is Monza Madness, as the title says. And as much as Monza gets crazy, I love Monza, and it really helps me a lot with my skills, in my opinion, safety wise, racecraft wise, and just wreck avoidance in general, because it gets so crazy there. I'm sorry, I don't know, I have a stuffy nose or something. Maybe it's the air changing, but I don't think I'm sick, and I hope I'm not sick, because I would, yeah. Anyways, on screen here is the ratings as usual from the previous episode, and if you would like to watch the previous episode, link in the description will be to that episode below. And nothing else really to say. Just like, share, comment, subscribe. That way you don't miss out on any future series or any other videos that I decide to upload. And yeah, let's go ahead and hop into it.
Green light, go, go, go. Yellow flag, be careful there. There's a slow car there.
Looking back at that, I was just way too far right. I mean, I was too tires in the grass when I was braking, and that's what spun me out of control. Because I was braking in a straight line. It wasn't like I was like bobbing and weaving. So I was just in the grass, and that caught me out. So I could have avoided that. It was 100% avoidable. But yeah, we just move on, and do our best to gain back as much positions as we can.
Yellow flag in sector 3. left. Clear on the left.
Honestly, I think I'm way too generous. I was about to turn him and just clean him out in about maybe a lap or so, because to me that was just, I don't know if I'm coping. I just don't know if I'm coping. That's the thing. I don't know if I'm coping because it was great defending, or if it was just shitty defending and just overall stupid racing. All I know is that I was about to lose my shit, and I was almost about to clean him out in a lap or two. He did that for me though, and took me out as well. So yeah, we were out of the race at this point, and we really had no way of getting back, because obviously the damage is so severe we have to go out into the pits, and it takes like 3 minutes to fix everything. So unfortunate. When we did get back on track though, however, as you can see right there, it got pretty hairy and pretty dangerous, such as this move. Slow moving Audi, who I believe crashed into a wall or so, had very critical damage, almost ran into the backhoe because he was going so slow, but that's not his fault. I was literally there in his position the same race. Or this Audi right here, who almost same thing, except spun out by himself, coming out of the exit of Ascari, and just like that into the gravel. That really jumpy spot almost gets collected in that, but like I said, Monza helps breed a lot of wreck avoidance, and just around that overall skill. So doing these Monza races are really helpful, and yeah. Unfortunately though, what could have been a great race, like you just saw, ended horribly because of McLaren, and we finished P12. So honestly, it could have been worse, but at the same time it could have not been worse, and we could have really avoided a lot, such as lap 1. We really could have avoided that lap 1 wreck had I not been on the grass, and if I wasn't too nice, then I would have cleaned out the McLaren, who in my opinion, in my humble and honest opinion, thought was driving very erratically and blocking unnecessarily too much. So that's up to you guys though, if you think I'm just coping, or if the McLaren was very erratic, then yeah, let me know in the comments below. Anyways, P12 though, we're not very happy about that result. Usually we want to go for top 10s, top 5s. I mean, a race win is good, but I mean, these are very alienish lobbies. But yeah, back to race 2. Quick disclaimer, what you are seeing is, well, quite literally the next race. I'm starting in the pit lane because I wasn't able to finish tweaking up my setup for this race, or any updates. What are they called? Not upgrades, but
Green light. Go, go, go.
I can't figure out the word, but I think you know what I mean. Just kind of updating my setup so that I get, better traction, better steering, because I'm more of a handling guy. But we're gonna wait a little bit until we can get all the cars moving, and here we go.
There's a slow car up ahead. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Car on the right. Clear on the right. Yellow flag ahead. Watch out in front. Yellow flag is set to on.
So, I mean, the benefits with starting in the back is that you get to avoid the front and midfield chaos that happens in turn one. What the hell was that? Sorry about that. That, of course, everybody knows about when, if you play Assetto Corsa as a warning for track limits, because I braked a little too late. So, but as I was saying, if you play this game and you know Monza, then you know that there's of course the infamous turn 1 incident, and the benefit with being in the back is that you pretty much avoid that. As long as you're not boiling ahead like you're about to murder somebody, you get to avoid it. And I mean, as you saw with that opening lap, we get to pass up the trail of cars who have crashed or spun or are moving slowly because they got ran into a wall or something. I mean, that's the benefit right there. Here I had a scary moment. We're doing a little bit of drifting, overcorrect, but we fortunately save it coming out of the Parabolica. And I mean, I've had a lot of trouble there recently, and because I've been trying to go down there a little bit faster. But I mean, that was close. It was a nice little drift for sure, but could have been really, really bad. So I thought I'd show you all that because I thought that was a really cool save. But because of that save, I mean, it's a GT2 Maserati behind me, so I just let it by because I know it's much, much faster. And I mean, GT2s are, I believe they're faster. From what I've done the KTM X Crossbow. I always say Expo. It's Crossbow, but from what I've raced from that car, I've been using that a lot recently. Almost getting to the GT2, who has a bit of a moment there, so we pretty much get by. But like as I was saying, the GT2s I believe are a bit faster. I'm not entirely sure though, because I haven't looked at the specs. But that's just my opinion on it. Another scary moment right here. Same place as Ascari. Everyone comes very loose at Ascari here. Almost getting to the back of that spinning Porsche there, and that could have ended our race there. But As I said before, Monza breeds wreck avoidance, and I feel like I've gotten very much better at that. And I think this race kind of shows that. But I mean, this race has been kind of crazy lately. I mean, we're up in ninth. There's two down below because I believe there's two positioning or two grids down below because one's the overall and one's the class I'm in, which is the GT3s. Because like I said, there's a GT2 Maserati, and what you're about to see ahead, which is a Porsche Cup car. So it's in a sense multi-class race right here, and I believe overall we are 6th in class and 9th overall, because on the leaderboard down below I think that's the overall positioning leaderboard. So I mean, we're top 10, so we've made progress starting from the pit lane somehow, and we're doing better than the previous race. So I mean, what can I say? That's just Monza for you. see, me personally, I thought it was kind of embarrassing the fact that I couldn't pass a fucking Porsche Cup car. But at the same time, it was good hard racing. I'm not gonna lie. It was really good hard racing. I mean, props to the Cup car for a really clean battle, and I mean, nothing really I could say. That save though, again at the Parabolica. I mean, Jesus Christ! Like I said, Parabolica's just been my issue point recently, and I don't know what's up. I think it's because I'm trying to get better entry into Parabolica, and that allows me to spin a bit because I'm on the throttle a bit too early. I'm just trying to find that right point where it bites. But I mean, yeah. Overall, though, we won't get him in time. And funny thing is, this lap I thought it was the finishing lap, and so I slowed down a bit. And yeah, I mean that kind of sealed my fate with how distraught I was after that last thing. But it's okay. We finish P7, I believe. So yeah, honestly, a really good race from pit lane to P7 is actually not bad, even though cars spun and cars crashed, etc., etc. Not bad in my opinion. I think we did really well. Alright, and now that we're at the end of the video, we're going to check up on our ratings, and we're one point and I believe 250 kilometers or something like that away from platinum. So we are very close. Comparing it to previous episode stats, we're up a point. And I mean, honestly, I'm really happy with that. Racecraft is up to a 99, which I'm very happy about. Also up is consistency. Consistency was at a 94 at one point. So we were up 10 points from our previous episode at one point. But I kind of lost it all because of some inconsistencies. But that's okay. If we can get to 94, we can definitely get back up there. But 89 is still a good start. Car control and safety have gone down a couple points, but I mean, safety wise, I mean, you could see why from the first one. I mean, I was straight up shunted into the barriers there. But like I said, we could get that back up pretty easily. Same thing with car control. We just need to learn a bit better. But I mean, I think racecraft is where we jumped up to that 94 at one point. But yeah, thank you all for watching. If you've made it this far, I'm very, very grateful for all y'all. And as I said, if you're new to this and you've made it this far, be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment any videos you want to see that are outside of this series that you would like to see. I just repeated myself twice, but fuck it. Shout out my gang. Shout out y'all. I love y'all. And I'll see you on the next one. Peace out. Riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer, riding steamer. Got a bag, now I'm flat. On the loose, take it from the booth in the field. Riding steamer, got a